All right, let's jump right in. If you're running a local service business, you know how frustrating it is to feel like you're throwing money at marketing and getting nowhere. Well, today, we're going to fix that. This is a strategy session designed to completely transform how you get customers, not just by tweaking things, but by building a real system for local dominance. So let me ask you this one really important question. Is your marketing an actual system, or is it just a bunch of random parts you've collected over the years? Maybe you've got a website over here, you're trying to get some reviews over there, you paid a guy for SEO once. But if those pieces aren't actually working together, you're just spinning your wheels. It's exhausting and it doesn't get results. So here's our roadmap for today. First, we're going to talk about the disconnected marketing trap, why so many businesses get stuck. Then, we'll build our system for dominance, pillar by pillar. And by the end, you'll see exactly how they all lock together to create this incredible compounding growth. Okay, section 1. Let's be really clear about something. If your marketing feels like it's failing, it's probably not because you're lazy or you're not trying. The real problem for most service businesses isn't the effort they're putting in, it's the strategy. They're caught in this trap of using tactics that just don't connect. And this slide just paints the perfect picture, doesn't it? On the left, you've got what most people are doing. It's a world of or. I'm working on my website, or I'm trying to get reviews, or I'm posting photos. But look at the right. That's where we're headed. It's a world of plus. It's website plus reviews plus SEO plus proof. Every single piece works together, making every other piece stronger. That's the game changer. So let's start building. Pillar number 1 is the foundation, and that foundation is your business website. Now, please do not think of this as just some online brochure. It is the absolute center of your digital universe. It's the structural base for everything else we're about to do. You gotta think of your website like this. It's the hub that speaks directly to Google. It tells Google exactly who you are, what services you provide, and, crucially, where you provide them. If this foundation is shaky or unclear, anything you try to build on top of it, whether it's SEO or ads, is just going to crumble. So what does a strong foundation look like? Well, it's got to be built for SEO from the ground up. This means you need separate pages for every single service, like one for repair and one for installation, and you need pages for every single town you work in, like Huntington and Smithtown. See, this isn't really for your customers to read, it's for Google's algorithm. It makes it crystal clear to Google that when someone in Huntington searches for your service, you are the obvious, most relevant answer. All right, with that solid website foundation poured, we can now build pillar 2, right on top of it, your Google Business Profile. You know what this is. It's what pops up in Google Maps. It's what shows up in all those near-me searches. This is where the overwhelming majority of your new customers are going to find you for the very first time. Now, if you want to dominate those local searches, you have to do more than just exist. Your profile needs to be perfectly optimized. Right categories, right services, right areas. But the real secret weapon, the thing that most of your competitors are missing, is generating consistent activity signals. And that's just proof that you're out there actively working. We're going to get to how we do that in just a minute. And here's the thing you absolutely have to understand about Google. Its entire goal is to show the searcher the best, most reliable result. So a business profile that's constantly being updated with new photos of jobs, new information, that sends a massive signal to Google that says, hey, we're open, we're busy, we're relevant in this town right now. It basically screams competence. So being visible is step 1, but you and I both know that visibility is totally useless if people don't trust you. And that brings us to pillar 3, a system for generating reviews. Because let's face it, in the local service world today, reviews are the absolute currency of trust. See, reviews, they serve 2 masters. For your potential customers, they are the #1 trust builder, period. But for Google's algorithm, they're one of the most powerful local ranking factors there is. And that's why you can't just cross your fingers and hope for reviews. You need a simple, repeatable system to get them after every single job. And check this out, because this is exactly what Google's looking for. It isn't just about having 5 stars. Google is analyzing the volume of your reviews, the frequency, how often you're getting them, and even the keywords people use in them. So a review that says, they did a fantastic job on my water heater replacement in Huntington, that is pure SEO gold. It reinforces what you do and where you do it. And that brings us to pillar 4. Now this is the engine that drives the whole system. This is the piece that's a total game changer, and it turns every single job you complete into a powerful, automated marketing asset. We call it the Job Signal System, or JSS for short. Now, here's the best part. It's so simple. Your tech finishes a job, pulls out their phone, snaps a quick picture, taps the service they just did, taps the town they're in, and hits submit. That's it. The whole thing takes, maybe 30 seconds? It saves a crazy amount of time. And in those 30 seconds, that one simple action does something incredible. It instantly posts that photo and that job information to two critical places at once, onto the correct service area page on your website and onto your Google Business profile. This creates those fresh content and activity signals that Google's algorithm absolutely loves, and it does it automatically. Okay, now for the magic. Let's put all 4 pillars together. Because this isn't just a list of 4 separate things to do. No, this is a compounding growth cycle where every single pillar makes the others more powerful. I want you to think of it like a flywheel. You do more jobs, which means you can post more proof using the JSS. That proof creates fresh activity signals, which boosts your rankings on Google. Higher rankings mean more traffic to your website. On your site, all those great reviews build trust and convert that traffic into phone calls. And more phone calls mean, you guessed it, more jobs. The flywheel just spins faster and faster, building its own momentum. So when you actually compare this integrated approach to what most marketing agencies out there are offering, the difference is just stark. Sure, they might build you a nice-looking website, but they're missing the other 3 pillars that actually make that website generate calls. A website by itself is like a billboard in the middle of the desert. You need the whole system to make it work. And the result of this isn't just a little better. It's not additive, it's a multiplier. A truly integrated system like this is exponentially more powerful. It creates a massive competitive advantage that makes it incredibly hard for anyone else in your area to catch up. So, what does this all lead to in the real world? It's simple. You get more visibility in the towns you actually want to work in. You get more trust with the customers who live there. You have more undeniable proof of your work. And the bottom line is, you get more calls directly from Google and you book more jobs. Plain and simple. So I'm going to leave you with this one last thought to chew on. Right now, every time you finish a job and that invoice gets paid, does all that hard work just disappear into thin air? Or is it being automatically turned into a permanent asset that's building your business day after day and bringing you your next customer? The choice is yours.